Okay, so I have some final thoughts on the whole process, the whole build. First of all, if you're not very patient, I wouldn't try it. It takes a lot of perseverance and patience to push through all the difficulties you're going to have. Kits are probably the way to go if you're like that. One thing I wondered when I first started thinking about building a CNC is I didn't know, like, did this have to sync up to the motor, to the electronics? Do they all have to be like a kit so that they'll all be in sync with each other? Well, it turns out that it doesn't really matter what kind of pitch you have on your screw. It doesn't matter what kind of screw you have. It doesn't matter if you got bracket pinion, ball screw, threaded rod. None of that matters. It doesn't matter how many steps per revolution your stepper motor has. None of that. Nothing seems to matter. The thing that matters is this strong enough to do the work? And then if it is, what's it rated for? Like, this is a 3 amp stepper motor with a 5 amp maximum. So it doesn't like to run at 5 amps for very long. It wants to run at 3 amps continuous. So you have to have drivers that can drive 3 amps continuous, 5 amps peak. And me, I'm pushing it. I'm giving it more amps than it should. So let's say I'm giving it 4 amps. Well, you need to be able to have the driver and the power supply supply this with 4 amps continuous without getting hot. That means it needs to be, say a 5 amp continuous, 7 amp max. That's the way electrical things are. When it says you need 3 amps, you really kind of need a 6 amp power supply. So that sort of thing you have to have in mind. But that's really about it. I mean, learn CAD. CAD helps a lot, like Fusion 360 or what's that other one, SolidWorks or whatever. There's lots of free stuff out there. Yeah, that's the main thing. Don't be afraid of it. It's there's a lot of Google. Google will answer everything. You go to forums, go to YouTube. YouTube will answer at least half of your questions, and Google will answer the rest. You go to, the results will come up with some kind of CNC forum, and just go to search your question, and just read all the. There's at least 5 people that's asked that question before, and you just read all the answers. And most of the time, it's like on the 5th page or the 6th page, you finally find that little nugget of gold that will get you through whatever's holding you up. Yeah, that's it. Just keep plugging away, and it'll happen sooner or later. Thanks.